This is flight 7460.
Hello everyone, this is a joint broadcast by Go Türkiye and Pass. Today I'm going to welcome two guests, actually two expats living in Istanbul. I'll take them to lunch and treat them some Turkish coffee, maybe some Turkish dessert, so that we can talk about their Istanbul and Türkiye memories. Buckle up, it's coming up now. Here we are at Lounge, and today I have two special guests. One of them is a Serbian beauty, successful artist, Emina Jahovic. And my other guest is real Egyptian gentleman, the general manager of Four Seasons Bosphorus Hotel, Mr. Tarek Mourad. So welcome guys.
Oh, thank you.
It's so great to see you at Lounge. How are you today?
Very good. We had a great time.
Today it's amazing. Look who I have with me and look where we are.
You both look amazing. Thank you very much for your coming. It's real pleasure hosting you. So today we will be talking about your Istanbul and Turkey memories. I know you both living in Turkey for a long time, so I'm super excited to hear about those nice memories and your comments about our culture. So first of all, Emina, let's start with you. So we all know you've been living in Turkey for a long time, but we really don't know how everything started, your journey in Turkey. So could you tell us all about your story?
I've been born in Serbia and of course in a Sanjak place, and Novi Pazar, very small city, and that city was the dream was to come to Turkey, you know, and to come to Istanbul. I have a lot of relatives here, really a lot. And they're all, most of them, they're born here. So I used to come when I was really, really little. And then my brother, Mirsa Turcan, who was known as a Turkish basketball player, even though he's Serbian citizen also, brought me first time here. And this is when I fell in love in country.
It was what year?
I think it's 99.
Wow.
Yes.
And then you fell in love.
Really, I fell in love in this place, in the energy of the place. I just felt a part of it. So it was, for me, it was really, really good.
So it has been a long time, and
yes,
you know
really
Turkey very well.
Exactly.
You travel a lot, you live here.
Yes, I traveled a lot, but then, you know, of course, I got married here. And my kids are Turkish, and then, of course, my life brought me here to stay like permanently in this
But
time.
you back and forth between Serbia and Turkey.
Yes, exactly.
Because you're a singer, you're super famous in Turkey, but even more in Serbia. I know you're a superstar over there. So that's why you travel a lot.
Yes, I travel a lot, but the place where I'm permanently now, it's Turkey. It's been like 15 years that I'm living here, and I wasn't like sorry for a single time, you know. I discover Istanbul and Turkey every other time, and even when we were speaking with you, you told me about some places that I should maybe visit that I didn't, and I really want to go there. Experience food, experience places and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna come to those topics as well. So, great. How about you? How about you, Tarek?
No, I mean...
You're a hotel expert.
Yes.
You've been living in Turkey
a long time.
I
wish I was, and
so
I wish I am.
You're a real hotelier. I call you hotel guru because you have such a big experience all around the world in tourism industry. So, how everything started in Turkey, your journey here?
You know, it's funny because first year I came to live in Turkey was 1999.
Really?
Yeah,
wow,
so
same year.
I think you did a great job in the coordination.
What a coincidence.
Having the right star and having the butler.
I'm little.
I am the butler here today. No, I mean, It's funny because I came first time to Turkey in 1996 for an interview actually. Yes, I'm Egyptian, 100%, but I have also a mixed blood. So my mother's side is Greek, and my father's family side is Ottoman.
Wow.
So it's a mixed Mediterranean salad. I'm not so sure it's good, but let's say it's like that. So for me, like, you know, all nations, you know, your origins as countries is not on your priority list.
Yes.
So going to Greece or going to Turkey, you know, or even exploring Egypt was always at the bottom priority visit list. Anyhow, long story short, 96 there was an opportunity to join Four Seasons. So I flew to Istanbul to be interviewed at the Four Seasons Sultan Ahmed. It was for another destination. So I came here 96 first time and I was really surprised, you know, beautiful, beautiful city, beautiful country, beautiful people. And then in 1999, the company decided Four Seasons to hire me. So I joined the company in 1999. And then 2007, so 8 years after I joined, they discovered that I'm a very bad hotelier and there is no hope in me. And they said, okay, we will send you as a general manager to the best prison in the world.
To Sultan Ahmed.
That is Four Seasons Sultan Ahmed.
Yeah, there are two Four Seasons in
Yes.
Istanbul, which is in beautiful Bosphorus
Yes.
by the shore. And also the other one is
The unique Four Seasons Sultan Ahmed.
exactly.
So-
It's an old prison, right?
It's a beautiful prison that you pay so much money to come and stay
Stay in the
at,
prison.
and you
So
never
the
leave.
rooms are in the like cells.
There are lots of stories about it, but I can tell you, we are doing now the renovation of that hotel. It's
But
opening
I
at the
already
end of the year.
been. It has such a nice garden, and also the building
Incredible.
itself, a crazy history, and it's in the heart of old peninsula, historical peninsula.
Amazing.
Yes.
So fantastic place. So
So
afterwards,
I came in 1996 for an interview, but I came to live and work in 2007. I stayed here for first time for 3.5 years. Then I went to Baku to open Four Seasons Baku there. Then I came back in Istanbul in 2013. And since then I'm
still in the prison.
no, now we said you are a hopeless case. We will give you also other hotel, which is the Bosphorus. So I'm taking care of the two properties. Plus, inshallah, the beautiful upcoming Bodrum.
Oh,
Yes.
great
Wow,
news.
that's-
Bodrum is a fantastic
yes.
location as well. So I'm gonna come to that point of your other favorite destinations in Istanbul, in Turkey, rather than Istanbul. So, but it's a fantastic story. Very long one, but it's very fantastic. So, I know you both love Istanbul. So, but how about the first time you came here? What was the observation? The first thing that really impressed you and surprised you in a positive way? Emina.
You know, the thing about Turkey is the energy of people. We just talked about it before. You know, the hospitality, the warmth, the good energy, the way that they want to like take care of you even if they don't know you, you know, like. And since I'm a musician and I really pay attention a lot to, for example, to the tones of the tongue, of the language, I can say that Turkish people have a very positive tone when they're, for example, this is my observation as a musician, of course. They have this amazing positive tone when they're, you know, communicating with you. For example, when the woman say hi to you, she say, "Oh, Canım." It's very, very,
Sweetheart.
You know, it's really nice. It makes you, even if you feel bad that day, you feel good, you know. So I think that the hospitality and, you know, all these things and the historical part of the place. In the same time, a lot of relatives that I have here. The sea and the Bosphorus, actually, you know, because I was born in a place where we just had one river and mountains. And for me, for example, and since my city that I was born in, it was really, really small. It's called in Turkish kasab, like kasaba değil.
Little
Actually, a little
town.
like town.
Town.
Yes. But for example, we had just once a year we could go because my mother and father they were doctors. My father was a cardiologist and my mother, a pediatrician. They worked really hard. So we had just like 10 days to go to the seaside. And since we are living on a mountain part, you're preparing for a seaside like so much. And I remember when I was really small, I used to, for example, if that year we don't go to the seaside, I asked people to bring me like 3-4 liters of a seawater. My kids cannot see that. They're like a kind of a little bit spoiled now. But I used to make my own beach at my room. I used to put the sea.
Unbelievable.
Seawater in a little, like a bucket. And I put some stones from the garden and I put my legs, and I was really small. And I put some umbrella and I was like having glasses and having a lemonade and like I'm on the seaside and you
summer.
Understand. And these, for example, things used to come from Montenegro and once from Turkey, the water from the sea. And then I was always wondering how is being living in the city where you have a sea. For me it was a magic.
Of course.
So this is what God gave me as a present.
And you are right now in the middle of
and
beautiful
now I'm
ocean.
living in a place, where I can see the part of Bosphorus from my own apartment. It's really like amazing experience for me. It's spiritual, it's calming and really nice, So imagine how I feel now, okay?
So what a story.
Yeah,
so
it's interesting
all those
story.
points are really, I'm sure, impress you very much since your childhood, obviously.
And I think that in life, it's really important to wish, because without us wishing for something, we can never achieve anything.
You know what they say? Be careful about what you wish. And which is great,
Yes,
it
I
happened
wish
to you in a
really
great
good.
way.
Just to see a sea.
Because it can happen.
Yes.
It can definitely happen.
Yes.
So how about you, Tarek? What was the first thing that you really got impressed about?
Talking about wishes, it's interesting because when I moved to Sultan Ahmed as the general manager for seasons, actually I was not supposed to come to Sultan Ahmed. I was going to be general manager in another hotel. And last minute, I swear to God, the person who was supposed to come here, something happened and changed flights, and I ended up here. So I was thinking, wow, how fortunate I am. Talking about wishes comes
The
true.
destiny,
Yes, but for me, I think Emina touched the heart of the uniqueness of Turkey. It's the people, really. I always say this. We travel a lot, right, in our business and in life. And you go to most beautiful cities around the world, in Europe and so forth. And I feel homesick, and I always ask myself, and it hit me a couple of years back. I was in Paris with my kids and we're having good time and we're staying at the Four Seasons there and so forth. Complimentary because I cannot afford it, but it's part of my package. It's part of my package, so it's okay.
But it's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes, and in such a beautiful city, amazing hotel, and I miss Istanbul like crazy. And I thought about it. My family was with me, and it's the people and the energy you have in the Turkish society is beyond, is really beyond, and this is beautiful, as you said. So, of course, the people, but the people is not a result of today's happening. The people, the Turkish people and the society and the environment is the result of accumulated beautiful, cultures, history, that goes thousands of years back.
It's a heritage.
Yes.
It's a real heritage.
All these puts beautiful layers on top of others that created what we are enjoying today. And again, you are absolutely right. We're talking about the hospitality and I work in the business. I went before we start the interview to the toilets, and the toilet attendant, he was so helpful. He came, he presented me with the tissue papers after I washed my hands with a big smile. And I can bet you anything, okay? This attitude and this passion to please others is not very common, but it comes from the generosity of the history and culture of Turkey. And talking about, you know, the nature and the beauty, I'm very fortunate. Yes, Sultan Ahmed is incredible, and in my mind is the best, you know, boutique hotel in the world, be it, you know, in its setting, in location, but in the Bosphorus also, you know, where in the world you can be on one continent, Europe, overlooking another one, Asia, and you have the magical Bosphorus in between.
Amazing.
Really, it's
Super unique location.
It's incredible.
Is uncomparable.
And you see countries, you know, they try to, as they call it, man-made, you know, experiences, and they copy little, you know, bits and pieces of Turkey. But you are here in a world of treasures, the nature, the culture, the building,
Really
the history, the people, the fashion, everything.
East and West, as we always call,
Exactly.
is a melting pot
The food.
of different cultures. I'm gonna come to the food.
Modern
Just
and
wait,
traditional.
I'm gonna come to the food subject as well. But as you just explained, is a definitely melting pot of different cultures, religions, and, you know, habits at the same time. So that's why I think people got really impressed about it, and which is really nice to hear from you guys.
Just one thing to add, you know, there are many countries that has unique offerings, but in my mind, the wealth of Turkey offerings is second to none.
Super unique, super special. Thank you, thank you. So speaking of Sultan Ahmet, Bosphorus, except for those two great locations, I really want to hear your favorite neighborhoods in Istanbul. Emina.
I can say it's definitely Bebek.
Bebek.
Yeah, I love the way that people are like divided here in Istanbul as much as I can see. You know, some of them, they like Nişantaşı and they really love to live there.
Which is a fashion district of
Yes,
Istanbul.
fashion district and also a medical district.
Yes.
Whatever you want to see, how you want to see it. But you know, for me, Nişantaşı was always a place where I go like maybe 3 times a month or 4 times a month just to finish something and just go back. For me, Bebek is a living organism. Like it's completely different story. It's the feeling and in the same time, I love a little bit the chaos in the same time, but the peacefulness of there, you know. And Arnavutköy and Kuruçeşme, I like that place. I like walking there. I like do my sports in the morning. That's why I moved from the Asian side that I was living for 10 years. I moved on top of Bebek in Ulus, but really near to Bebek, so I can go by walking and have a beautiful walk there. And I like these bakeries there, and you know, it's just nice, and the spirit and the people which are fishing there, and you take your dog.
Incredible.
But
It's
Nişantaşı is a very unique neighborhood as well. You know, there are lots of, you know, medical companies, they have offices, beautiful buildings, you know, hospitals, and at the same time, it's a super big fashion district.
Yes.
So
yes,
how about
exactly.
Nişantaşı? What do you think?
I just said that I wasn't a really Nişantaşı person because of this reason. When I started to live in Turkey, I already gave birth. I already had a baby. I mean, didn't, but you know, like how I can say I was pregnant and then gave birth and everything. So Nişantaşı wasn't ever a place for like a family, you know, because it's too crowded, too chaotic and all these things. But Nişantaşı is a great place for like single people, dynamic people, people who like to go out, you know, who like fashion, to, you know, like kind of these little places, patisseries, little restaurants and the places. It's really amazing, you know. So that's why maybe I preferred Bebek. But if I wanna, for example, say the time of Nişantaşı, I think, my own opinion, it's like Nişantaşı is the best in the winter time. Because you know, when they make this big tree in front of brasserie, and they make a beautiful, beautiful, decoration of the streets and everything. It's really, really, really beautiful. And not just Nişantaşı, also Bağdat Caddesi. It's so nice. I think this is the longest street in the longest walking street in the world. They told me like that. I don't know is this information really, really true, but it's really long and it's really amazing. You can find so many things. You can take a fresh air. You can go do your jogging and everything by the sea. Imagine that, and imagine my sea. What the sea means for me. So, also Karaköy. It's completely different heart. It's completely different.
There are all different towns, offers difference actually.
Exactly. It's and
emotions.
Etiler and how I can say every part of Istanbul actually can represent one city in Europe.
Yeah.
For me. So if I want to feel, isn't it?
Wow, it's a big sentence.
Yes.
Every little town can represent and replace a city in Europe.
Yes, exactly. For example, if you want Paris, you go to Nişantaşı.
Exactly.
For example, if you want Italy, you go to Bebek. If you want this, if you want, I don't know right now. Taking out of my head, but Istanbul is just amazing place.
Yeah, I agree with you, 100%.
Yes.
So how about you, Tarek? What's your favorite neighborhood?
It's the most difficult question, and thank you, Emina, for taking the time, because I was trying to think how can I just focus on one or two areas, but I think you summed up beautifully. For me, I lived in Ulus most of the time, like you. For me, Tarek. Okay, Sultan Ahmed area, really, you just walk in the streets, the small restaurants, the authentic feel, the different kind of shops,
Exactly.
the colors, the people, people standing outside their shops and you interact with them, they greet you, and in no time you are part of the family. That Sultan Ahmed area is incredible, and of course all the historical part, the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, the Grand Bazaar, the Topkapi Palace, and these are not like commercial advertisement for Istanbul. These are the real deal. You walk it, you love it, wow, it's incredible. The same feeling, if you ever go to Egypt and you stand under the pyramid, okay, and you look up, that feeling, okay, is incredible. You see the pyramids everywhere, right? On TV and so on. And the same thing, you can see Sultan Ahmed, you see Hagia Sophia, you see the Blue Mosque and the Grand Bazaar, and you think, okay, nothing special, but walk it, touch it, eat it, smell it, listen to it. Beyond, really beyond. Quickie, Sultan Ahmed, that's for sure. Also, don't forget Istiklal Street. Istiklal Street for me is life, is really life. You walk in this street, you see the buildings, you see the people, it's like a river of people.
Yes.
Different colors, different shapes, different backgrounds. And now, it's the food scene as well, and the music, the entertainment in the street that you are walking, the art, it's just phenomenal. And yesterday we were talking about Nişantaşı. I took my daughters and the family. We went to eat in Nişantaşı, and the girls were telling me, they are 14 years. They're telling me about where to go in Nişantaşı for a bookstore. Where they like to buy their books. Where they like to see the small little boutiques. For fashion. And the food scenery is just mind-blowing. But what's so special also talking about, and you are the master of this maybe much more than me, when you look at the fashion scene in Turkey today, okay, yes, in Nişantaşı you have all these international luxury brands, but equally there are incredible, and I really mean incredible, Turkish designers and fashion houses, in my mind, they compete with these international brands and they have an upper hand by far.
Turkish
You know
textile
why?
and Turkish fashion is such a big
Yeah,
thing in the world,
amazing.
you know.
But we've seen it since 99 until today, right? The evolvement is huge. And why I'm saying they have upper hand by far, the value of what you get from the Turkish fashion and brands, in my mind, surpass any international brand by far, you know.
You're really right.
Absolutely, the quality, the design, the colors, everything you want, and with the prices that you
Yeah.
are paying,
It's really different than the others. And also I have to tell about Turkish people, they're the most hardworking people that I've ever
absolutely,
seen.
absolutely.
You know, I can just we can just admire. I'm trying to work as hard as it gets, but you know, really, you know, esnaflar, how I can say, the manufacturers and all the people, they just, you know, for example, if we come, let's say, for furniture, you know, the Italian furniture.
Yeah,
is
small
the
business
most,
owners, the big business owners, they're
Italian
all...
furniture is the most famous in the world, really, when it comes to that and everything. You know, as soon as it's come out, new collection, for example, people here in some stores, I mean the manufacturers, they take this exactly the same, and you just don't have a brand, you know, on it.
And they add to it because you have so much history and culture that adds to your creativity. You know, talking about furniture, true story, yesterday when we were having our lunch, which was 6 o'clock, but that's Turkey, I loved the furniture, loved it, you know, and I asked the waiter, and the waiter said, this is Italian, you know, he thought I'm Yabanji. I am Yabanji, but maybe I'm not really Yabanji. So I said, no, it cannot be. Yes, it looks amazing. He said, no, this is in Turkey, we make it in Turkey, and I tell you, the design, the comfort of the chair is of a world-class furniture.
Yeah, Turkish furniture,
Seriously.
handmade craftsmanship also is very unique and very strong. So,
And you pay 1% of what would you pay for.
Exactly, yes.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. I would like to treat you some Turkish coffee if you don't mind.
Oh, favorite one.
Now
Here you are with a local presentation, some Turkish coffee.
We smell the coffee already now.
Please enjoy.
Yeah,
Oh,
please,
thank you.
So Emina, in Serbia you also have Turkish coffee, I believe,
Yes,
right? It's a kind of common, people know about it.
it's interesting that Turks were 500 years in Serbian part. So imagine 500 years. We have so many same words.
Yeah. During the time of Ottoman Empire.
Yes, Ottoman Empire. So we have so many same words. We have so many like kind of sayings also. And one of the things that we also took is the Turkish coffee. But the thing is, in Belgrade, the Turkish coffee is served. It's served in a big mug, you know. So it's like a kind of adrenaline, you know.
You start shaking.
Yeah, you do. Actually, I swear to God, you do. So you say that you drink 4, these ones. It doesn't even make one in Belgrade.
Exactly.
So don't
Exactly,
worry. You're gonna
exactly.
be fine.
So Emina, any favorite food from Turkish cuisine?
There is no favorite. I love everything because, you know, I really love to cook and I adore cooking. It's like kind of hobbies that I have. And the only time that I don't think of my problems and also in the same time of my responsibilities, I can really meditate while cooking. And if it comes to Turkish cuisine, it's from the morning till the evening. I think in Turkey you can find the best things ever. And it's gonna come out right now that we are like saying the best things of Turkey and everything, but it's really amazing, you know, it's really an amazing country. And And as a like kind of foreigners that we are, we see it different, but we see it objective. Really, I'm an objective person. So, for example, if you tell me what is my favorite, I can say it's definitely a Turkish breakfast. It's not just a, it's a kind of ritual, isn't it? Turkish breakfast.
It's a ceremony.
Turkish breakfast is beyond description.
Yes. They used to say English breakfast, but really it's
So how
not.
do you describe Turkish breakfast to your friends
I
abroad?
don't know, I need to take them to Four Seasons and have this branch,
So
there.
then-
when
then-
you start with breakfast. and
Emina,
then
so then next time we all get together at Four Seasons for
Yes.
breakfast, for brunch.
we should.
I want you to come with me one day to explain to some of the professionals what Turkish breakfast means. Because Turkish breakfast, I think you invited the smartest woman I have seen
Thank
in,
you.
in this world. Really, really. You are spot on every point. Really, Emina.
Thank you.
The Turkish breakfast, it's beyond rituals. This is a feast, a real feast. The variety, the freshness, the generosity, the contradicting and contrasting tastes. It's incredible. And sometimes, and I'm sorry, I speak my heart. I sit with some other nationalities, even in the business, okay, but they never lived in Turkey. You are talking about two different things. You are explaining what it is as a Turkish breakfast and how important it is and how. And in their mind, they only reflect, which I understand as well, they only reflect to their own experience of that meal of the day. And that meal of the day,
No.
for some, it's a piece of croissant, a piece of butter, and some coffee and jam, and that's breakfast. I go to major cities, okay, in top luxury hotels, and they have their breakfast buffets, for instance, and I ask, do you have olives? We don't have olives.
That's
Let me
amazing.
check in the kitchen. Well, if you come here, what color, what shape, what
Exactly.
size? So it's breakfast.
Turkish breakfast
is beyond.
Yes,
is
breakfast.
beyond.
And for example, the olives are the best olives.
Of course.
The olive oil is
The
one of the best.
tomatoes, the cucumber, the lettuce, everything is
Chai.
Chai?
I only take chai because I'm more coffee person. I love coffee, flavors. So chai I'm not, but with Turkish breakfast, chai is a must. This is what it makes it work.
It became a must because of my wife influence.
Really?
Turkish
Yes,
sauce.
So,
Exactly.
Emina, what else do you like from Turkish cuisine?
I mean everything, really everything. First, when it comes to, something which is cooked on olive oil, like these things and vegetables that it's cooked on olive oil, and of course eggplant that it's like you can eat it almost everywhere, but especially smoked one, combined with some bechamel sauce with some meat. It can be lamb, it can be, beef or something like that. It's one of the favorite. It's a little bit heavy though, but you can eat it in the daytime. The thing is about, when I think about Turkish cuisine, I can also say that the most interesting thing is that the street food is so delicious, so cheap and so safe. For example, when you come to maybe my country, for example, it can be cheap, it can be delicious, but I'm not sure is it safe. So you are like kind of, are you going to be lucky or not? But in Turkey, it's really amazing. Whatever you want to eat, you can. I can say the soups, the sweets, then the kebab. How I can say like meatballs or something, but I think it's kebab. Everybody knows about.
What's
kebab.
your favorite street food?
Everybody speaks about kokoreç, but I never tried it because I'm kind of aware of what it is, so I wasn't really.
I love
interested in it.
kokoreç.
Yeah, everybody. My sister, she loves it.
Okay.
But I can say doner.
Döner.
It's completely insane. And there is nothing like that in the world. I swear. Like, in Italy you have panini, the most. Some cheese and some bread. But then toast. Even the toast with some white cheese and some olive pate and some fresh tomatoes. It's the best.
That's amazing.
Like
Amazing.
really with ayran and yogurt. You know.
You made me hungry already.
Yes, I'm not.
How about you, Tarek?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know you have lots of options in your mind.
Yes, of course.
It's so hard to
No,
choose
no,
for you as a
no.
hotelier.
You know, I think I'm not really the right hotelier, and I'm not trying to be humble. I'm always for the experience. For, as we were talking, you know, at the end of the day, life is experience. You know, when you talk about the chicken and rice, it's incredible experience. You know, where in the world, where you stop in the middle of the street, and there is a cart, right? Half aluminium or half metal, and the top is boxed glass, and you have like 20 kilograms of rice and chickpeas, right?
Yeah.
And chicken, and you stop and eat, and you are 100% safe and comfortable.
Exactly. Safe.
Plus, the biggest surprise, it's amazing taste, right?
And the cheapest thing.
Yeah, incredible, incredible. Then you go and you try the media.
Dolma midye.
Media.
Acayip.
You're talking about street food, right? So everything, you know, the doner, as you're saying.
Yeah,
it's-
and the Turkish cuisine also is super interesting and has
And it
such
can
a
be
huge
super
variety
luxury
the variety.
in other cities, in
You know,
Anatolia
the
especially.
stuffed vegetables, you know, that you go in Sultan Ahmed area and all these
Yes.
locantacy, you know, you stand there and you are very challenged of what to pick. You want to eat the whole
Exactly.
offerings.
Exactly. And the thing is, for example, for example, fish restaurants are also amazing. Amazing, but nowhere in the world you don't have these all-inclusive hotels where you don't know what to eat, and normally sometimes I even end up not eating anything because it's so much. My eyes are like hungry. I'm trying to, you know, like so many things, so many, like really crazy.
And there are all this, and the tatla, the dessert.
Dessert.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite?
Sutlash.
Oh,
Anytime. You are with the sotlash monster here. I can eat, no kidding, 10, 12, you know, bowls of sotlash in no time.
Did you try this hamsi? I always say it's hamsi sutlaç.
hamsi sütlaç.
Now, what was the name of it?
Not hamsi.
No,
Hamsi köyü.
Hamsi
No.
köyü sutlaç. Did you try
Of
it?
course.
Hold on, it
That's-
was not hamsi köyü.
No, what was the name?
No, but I know what you
Something
mean.
with hamsi.
Yeah. But hamsi is different. It's okay.
No, hamsi is a balık.
Yeah,
I know, but there is something including that word.
Yes. No,
the best sutlaç.
and also the dessert that is made of the chicken breast.
Tavuk göğüsü.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's incredible. I mean, where in the world you have beautiful dessert
Sweet.
that is made of chicken breast, right? And people would eat it and they wouldn't know what it
Kazandibi.
is, you know?
By the way, if you travel around Turkey, I'm sure you will discover more interesting Turkish cuisine items in Izmir, in Gaziantep, in Antalya, in Black Sea region especially. So, how about your other favorite destinations in Turkey? I mean, rather than Istanbul, speaking of Turkey, speaking of food, Emina.
I would really like to, you know, when I'm thinking, I'm planning at the end of September, beginning of October, to take my kids to Gaziantep.
Wow.
But before that, I will do detox a bit. So when I go
Before
there,
and after.
yeah, I need, yes, exactly. So it's gonna be heavy, but I love food. So I just want to experience all those things there, you know. And I would like to go to Izmir for some nice fish restaurants and the places. I'm researching about it.
Yeah, Izmir is such a historical place because of Ephesus.
Yes.
The Miriam's house is there.
Absolutely.
So both beaches, the history and the local cuisine is amazing. So how about you, Tarek? Where is your favorite destination in Turkey?
And that's where people are very unfair to Turkey, because as we were talking before with Emina and you, every village in Turkey is an experience when it comes to food. But think, for instance, Hatay. The cuisine, the diversity and the offerings is incredible. Of course, Entap and what you get out of the pistachio. Yeah, either food or dessert. Incredible, right? If you go to Black Sea area, go to, wow, what's the name of the big city, the big club in the north?
Trabzon, Rize.
Trabzon.
Okay.
Go to Trabzon and you eat hamsi, right? With the rice.
Yes.
My God, I'm so hungry now.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then the melted cheese, right? Incredible, so many, every time when we go to the Asian side, for holidays like all of you, and you go to the meyhane and you think you will go only for one night meyhane, I mean seafood and meze, but you end up every night going for the same thing, eating the same thing, because it's simply delicious. The variety. Where can you find more than 35 different cold mezes?
It's
Yes,
already something.
And the way, for example, they make artichokes.
Yes.
It's so healthy. It's good for the liver, for example, I know. So artichokes, they make it with some olive oil and with some lemon, and it's like perfect thing.
You cannot stop eating.
After the
Yes.
interview, we're gonna serve you some food. So
Wow.
And atom, I'm sorry, there are so many
Atom
mezes,
çok acı.
but the atom, and how spicy it is, it's like incredible.
So after the interview, we're going to serve you some food, some local Turkish food
I
actually.
keep on giving you hints, but you don't offer us.
I know, I know, definitely. So after the interview, we're going to serve you some Turkish food at
Sure.
Iga Lounge. So how did you like the lunch, by the way?
First, I've never been in the place. I really traveled a lot, and I've never been on the airport where you can, even if you go with economy class, you can just join the beautiful lounge and have food and drinks, whatever you want, and enjoy like you're, traveling business class. So it's a beautiful, like kind of a affordable luxury moment. And this is also what Turkey affords.
True.
Like gives. So it's amazing.
How about the design? You're an artist. You have a good taste, Emina. How do you see the design of the lounge area?
The design is amazing. I love the most. I love that piano there. It makes it so elegant, and the way they use wood and combine with some marble. It's so nice. It's so modern, but at the same time with some traditional shapes, which makes it Turkey actually.
Thank you. How about you, Tarek? Did you like
You
Iga
know,
Lounge?
I think it's IGA stands for what again?
Istanbul Grand Airport.
You see, you are wrong. You don't know the real name of it. It's Istanbul Gorgeous Airport.
Wow.
No, really. It's a lifestyle. It's food, it's shopping, it's fashion, it's art. It's beyond, and it's one of these stories. Not one of these. It's one of so many stories that Turkey should tell the world about. This was built in 3 years, something like that.
In a very short time.
Very
Yeah.
short time.
It's a world record.
The size, the quality, the design, the details, it's amazing. It's
So
really
speaking
amazing.
of
But
airport,
it's missing one thing only, and I have to complain. But luckily we have Emina Hanım, because it's missing the amazing voice of a perfect artist.
Oh, thank you so
So that's
much.
why I was telling her there is a piano, you should sing. But
But really, it's a great idea, since Mr. Tarek says something really, really good. Which airport it was, I cannot remember, but it was on the airport. I don't remember where I was. I think it was America, and it was a live performance of a singer. You know, it was so nice. It gives so much vibe and energy. And I think maybe not in this lounge, or you know, like giving some live performance and having some violin and some...
By the way, we do. We have live performances. That's why there's a piano. But hopefully next time you will able to enjoy it as well. So speaking of airport, what does airport mean in your life? Tarek.
It means, to me, really, it's a meeting point for the world, and I think Istanbul is like this. Istanbul today and in the past is a meeting point for cultures. We were talking about the Ottoman Empire. I'm an old man, I like to talk a lot, sorry, and I like to reflect.
It's really nice.
You know, when you think about the Ottoman Empire for me is the greatest empire because it wasn't an empire as in maybe a negative sense, but it's a roof for all mankind. It's a roof for all colors, for all religion, for all beliefs, okay? Where you didn't feel any different, okay? Everybody was special. And Istanbul and Turkey today is the same. And when people talk about, you know, acceptance and so on, to me, it is there. And airport, to me, is this. Airport is a place where you get to see different nationalities, different people, different tastes, it's life.
How about you, Emina? What does airport mean to you?
I'm listening, Mr. Tarek. He said it's so nice. So the only thing that I can say, you know, actually that airport for me means a challenge. Because you never know what's going to happen where you go. You never know, are you going to be late? It's a kind of, you know, destiny meets you there, you know? I don't think about man coming to you and meeting the man, but I mean like, or your life partner or something, but I'm thinking that you never know, it's unpredictable. You know, there is one place in your city where you can meet different nationalities, where you can meet, you know, somebody who can, you know, help you in your life, somebody who can, you know, how I can say, who can give some kind of expression on you. You can just see someone that it can take out of you something that you never felt before. And it's just a challenge. And you never know what's going to happen, negative or positive. So that's it.
By the way, it's a true challenge, especially in this airport, when you travel with the wife, because there are so much things you need to buy.
Yes.
So before even you travel,
many attractions.
You start doing great shopping. But one thing positive about here, I mean, Hanum, I think if you miss your flight in this airport, you're okay.
Yes, exactly.
Because the food in the lounge, it's an experience, you know, so it's okay.
Good excuse, right?
Yes.
Good excuse. So, Emina, you're a famous artist, successful singer. At the same time, it's businesswoman, because you have your own cosmetic brands, which is very famous in Europe, I know. So, but on the other hand, you're a mother too. So how do you combine all these three together?
You know, if you ask me, is it hard? It is hard to be a mother, to be a businesswoman, and to be a singer. All three asks from you different kind of personality and a different kind of approach. I grew up in a conservative family where for me it's the most important being a mother, you know, being a woman and a mother. And then the business and the job where, especially if it depends from your looks and also your talents and your effort, it's really hard, you know. But when you do it with love, then there is nothing you can do. And this is what I would love to try to see in my kids, you know. This is the most important. I don't want them to be, I would love that they are some extraordinary mathematicians or whatever, but I believe that God sends everyone, every single soul in this world with some kind of talent. It's just important for us to find it in life. So I would love them to have some kind of passion for something and to do what they love. this is the only place where you just like kind of feel like you don't work. And this is how I feel. I've never worked in my life, but I've done so many things.
Yeah.
So I think this is the point.
What a great answer.
Yes.
So Tarek, I also have one question for you.
Yes.
Very specific. You're a hotel expert, a hotel guru actually. So how do you see Turkey's development in tourism industry through all those years?
Okay.
What's your comment?
I will answer this short answer and long answer. But before I do that, I have to really, really commend, okay, our wonderful princess here for her attitude. Really, Emina Hanım,
Thank you.
what really touches my heart always in life is a scene of a mother taking care of her child. This is beyond, you know, people, I'm sorry, old fashioned, people say, woman and woman. Trust me, bringing up a child the right way with the love you mentioned, with the care, and doing what you do, this is beyond anything else. Seriously, and people need to reflect a little bit on this in life. So, I'm sorry, do apologize.
No,
But-
I definitely agree with you, 100%.
Thank you. Talking about this, you know, people always love to live in nostalgia mood. So they always say, in the past, the numbers were better. You know, in the past, the occupancy was better. In the past, the average rate was better. I'm giving you some specifics. But I don't need to go very much in the past, okay? Last month, our hotel, when we closed the month, we did the best second performance since the opening of the hotel in 2008.
Although there was pandemics.
Exactly. So, and not by far, okay? Very close actually. It was 2012, all right? And we are now 2021 July, okay? So it was June, okay? And at that time, if you see the number of luxury hotels, how many they were, how many 5 stars there were. Today, Istanbul has so much hotels, so much restaurants, and amazing ones, okay? So actually, Turkey is evolving far much better than any time before by far. And not because I love Turkey, but numbers do not lie. Look at, forget about Istanbul, look at Bodrum, how full it is.
Yeah, it's so full.
How much the prices are before pandemic and after pandemic, okay? Marmaris, okay?
Antalya.
Alaçatı,
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 Antalya.
Antalya. All these destinations are booming even after COVID. But if you compare fairly and you see the number of travelers and the number of revenues are being generated just before COVID and compare it to any previous year, by far, much, much better. And I go into international trade shows, okay, in the US, in Latin America, in Europe, in the Far East, and so on. I still remember in 2019 in ILTM in Cannes, a group of Japanese tour operators. And in Cannes, this is the top-notch luxury travel show. There is nothing higher than that. And they were coming to Turkestan and they're asking, where is the balloon city? The balloon city,
Yeah, for
Cappadocia, okay? Beside, of course, Istanbul and Bodrum and Cappadocia is a unique destination, right? That balloon experience is a lifetime experience. So I want people to be objective and have lots of confidence that Turkey is offering beyond anybody's expectations. And with the Turkish, magic, it's the best.
What a great answer. To hear especially from you, from a real hotelier, real hotel guru. Thank you very much.
No,
thank you very much, Tarek. So, Emina, Tarek.
This was like a motivational talk. Like, okay, now we're gonna all feel
But
better.
actually, I mean,
Really?
it's facts.
Yes,
You
you're
know,
right.
it's not like I wish.
No, but it was, you know, the fact it can be there. If you don't see it, doesn't exist.
So,
True.
Tarek, it was such a great to hear all these beautiful comments from you, a real hoteler, from a
Inspiration
real
is here.
hotel group, and from you, Emina, as well. From both of you, you share wonderful memories about Turkey and Istanbul. So thank you very much for your coming. Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. So hopefully we're gonna get together somewhere soon.
Oh
Please.
yes.
Deal.
And
Yes.
thank you, Arda, for inviting us both, and thank you for giving us experience of this beautiful lounge. I think I'm going to recommend a lot this place. to my
Thank you.
friends.
Thank you very much. That's all for the week. Please follow us on Go Türkiye and Pass, YouTube and Instagram account for our new episodes. Hope to see you soon.